a democracy. Fighting for democracy. And understand the difference here. Understand the difference here. Moving.
When they asked her about the gun.
Yes.
And I got a Glock. What kind?
Yes.
And her answer was,
Yeah.
And Those were invented by nervous white people around blacks.
Tyra just threw Kamala Harris right into the spotlight. And wow, things are getting hot now. For years, Kamala has been sitting in that hot seat, giving awkward speeches, laughing nervously, and saying things that sound like strange riddles nobody asked for. This isn't a normal political joke. Nope, it's a full-on roast battle. Tyrus completely tears apart her long and confusing speeches, her fake laughs, and her cheesy inspirational lines that never make sense. If you thought Kamala's speeches were hard to understand before, wait until you hear how Tyrus explains them. You'll never be able to listen to her talk the same way again.
The VP Harris, she won't go to the border, probably because she'd rather take the magic school bus to the moon.
You guys are going to see. You're going to literally see the craters on the sea with your own eyes. Oh my goodness. With your own eyes, I'm telling you, it is going to be unbelievable.
With your own eyes.
Before we go ahead, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Kamala Harris is the perfect example that someone can fail again and again and still go higher. She's so good at failing that even gravity gave up trying to pull her back down. Forget Elon Musk and his rockets. Kamala launched herself straight into the vice presidency using nothing but her loud laughs, confusing speeches, and a smile that says, "I practiced this in the mirror 100 times." It's wild, it's confusing, and it's the best kind of political show you'll ever see.
President Kamala Harris getting mocked and criticized once again after dishing out another one of her now notoriously scrambled responses, which her critics have taken to calling a word salad. The vice president was meeting with the Jamaican prime minister, for example, when she blurted this out.
For Jamaica, one of the issues that has been presented as an issue that is economic in the way of its impact has been the pandemic. So to that end, we are announcing today also that we will assist Jamaica in...
America once asked, what's the worst tryout tape for a leader that we could ever say yes to? And Kamala Harris proudly stepped forward with a resume that looks like a dream full of total confusion. From prosecutor to politician to whatever she's pretending to be now. Her career looks like a maze with no way out. The vice president's job is supposed to be calm and serious, but Kamala turned it into a big performance show. Every time she talks, it feels like the start of a weird TV sitcom nobody wanted to watch. But somehow, it still made it to prime time.
So, I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where...
Oh, that laugh. Oh my goodness, that laugh. It's not the sound of a strong leader. It's more like the nervous giggle of a middle school kid caught cheating and trying to joke their way out of it. She could be asked about something serious, and instead of giving a smart answer, she just bursts out with that high, awkward laugh. It's the kind of sound you'd hear at a barbecue right after someone slips on the potato salad. Imagine sitting in a meeting with world leaders and suddenly feeling like you're watching someone try out for the Joker movie. It's weird, it's messy, and you can't forget it once you hear it. She talks like someone stuck in a job interview that never ends, and she clearly didn't read what the job was about. Every sentence she says sounds like she's trying to solve a puzzle she wrote herself. Listening to her speeches is like opening a fortune cookie made by a tired robot with 1% battery left. You keep waiting for a clear message, but it never comes. Instead, her words twist into an empty motivational speech that means nothing. It's a work of total confusion, covered with fake excitement. And somehow, she says it all with full confidence.
Do you regret not voicing your opinion in that moment?
Yes, and I actually have reflected on that, and I've written about that. I realize
Mattered if you did?
I don't know.
It's honestly shocking that this is the person just one heartbeat away from becoming president. People thought she'd bring charm, warmth, and energy to the team, but instead, she brought the energy of Google Translate on shuffle mode. Watching her try to inspire a crowd feels like someone hit play on a playlist called Corporate Buzzwords 2008. She throws around random words like moment, future, and importance, and then ends it with her loud laugh. Boom, speech done. But this isn't just awkward. It's pure lack of skill dressed in a fancy suit. Her past record makes things worse. One day she's acting like skipping school is a national danger, punishing parents for their kids' truancy. And the next day, she's pretending to be the cool aunt who wants fairness for everyone. It's not growth, it's costume changes. Kamala treats politics like a drag show, and each night's theme is whatever polls best that week.
Thought it was amazing that no one asked, told the American people that President Biden was better than he ever was, and you couldn't keep up with him. Then he gets pulled out of the race because he has dementia. So on the record, you are saying that a old man with dementia, or whatever they want to call it, outworked you. And you were the last person in the room. So why are you running for president again?
The 2020 campaign was a giant show, full of sparkle, big promises, and loud cheers. But reality came fast, and voters said, yeah, no thanks. Her run for president crashed, so hard it looked like a crypto crash. She didn't even make it to the primaries. 1 minute, she was the next big thing, and the next, she was just a trivia question nobody cared about. But instead of disappearing, she somehow got rewarded with the vice presidency, as if failing badly was now the new rule in Washington. Fast forward to today, and we got a VP who's both invisible and embarrassing at the same time. Remember how she was supposed to handle the border crisis? She did everything, except actually go to the border. It's like giving someone a lifeguard whistle and watching them sit 3 blocks away from a pool. Instead, she flew to Central America and told people, don't come, as if that would magically fix things. It's like a comedy skit pretending to be leadership, and it's still happening.
Moving forward, she couldn't move forward from that sentence. My IQ moved backward.
Kamala Harris is that one person in a group project who does nothing but still insists on giving the presentation. She shows up late, adds nothing, then grabs a mic and talks nonsense, ending with that famous laugh like she just said something amazing. If politics had Yelp reviews, hers would say 2 stars, showed up, talked too much, laughed too hard, would not recommend. Her approval ratings are falling faster than old dial-up internet, and every public moment feels like a parody of herself. From her weird cooking videos, to her fake photo ops, to her we are in the moment of this moment speeches, it's all cringe. She doesn't connect with voters. She's doing accidental comedy. And when it comes to world issues, sending Kamala to meet global leaders is like sending the class clown to talk to the principal. It's funny, but for the wrong reasons. Other countries must think America is joking. Imagine preparing for months to discuss world problems, then having Kamala explain them like it's kindergarten show and tell. Total chaos with a smile.
Worst things that you can say to people.
Yeah.
But I help people who harm people. God bless, good night, that's my time. That's what...
I think it's an excellent thing to acknowledge to a therapist.
Yeah.
Here's the big twist. Kamala Harris was supposed to be the bright future of her party, the rising star who'd change everything. Instead, she's become a warning story about what happens when hype meets reality. She's like buying a shiny new gadget that breaks the moment you turn it on. All looks, no function. Yet she keeps floating upward, not because she's good at her job, but because the system won't let her fail. If there were a saint for mediocrity, Kamala would already have her picture in a stained glass window. She's not breaking barriers. She's tripping over them and pretending it was part of her plan. Her biggest success so far? Making late-night comedians useless, because her real-life moments are already funnier than their jokes. Every time she talks, it feels like a comedy skit with no setup. Kamala Harris is proof that when politics becomes a show, you end up with style over substance. Except her style is awkward, and the substance is missing. America didn't pick a leader. It accidentally hired a stand-up act it can't turn off.
I don't think Kamala will ever hold public office.
Better not.
I don't think you can come back from. It wasn't that she was outfoxed.
Lost.
It wasn't that she lost. I think you can certainly lose an election and run a good election and still.
She might think she's building her future image, but really, she's just making sure history laughs at her for years. Forget Madam Vice President. People will remember her as the queen of confusing speeches. The woman who laughed her way into office and giggled every time she got caught. Kamala makes even her own supporters uncomfortable, not because she's bold, but because she's painfully awkward. It's like she can't give a straight answer, turning simple questions into long puzzles. She could describe water and somehow make it sound like a riddle. Just when you think she's finally making sense, she cuts herself off with that nervous sitcom laugh. It's her trademark, her protection, her reset button. If presidential debates ever became stand-up nights, she wouldn't need a microphone. She'd just laugh for 5 minutes and call it policy. That laugh isn't just a habit. It's her secret signal that says, I don't know what I just said, and neither do you. It's wild, it's silly, and somehow it's become her brand.
She never saw the video.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not someone who describes a video.
Yeah.
That's someone that they handed this to her, and she was like, elephants? Oh, I'll take it from here. And then she went out there. And she was not drunk. She was hungover, because she's way worse when she's hungover. That was hungover, because she kept saying the same thing over and over again.
Her fans like to say she's only criticized because she's a woman of color. But that's not true. People aren't reacting to her background. They're reacting to her confusion. Kamala Harris acts like a broken GPS, always saying recalculating, but never reaching anywhere. The cringe doesn't come from who she is, but from how she turns every appearance into a weird icebreaker game no one wanted. She once fought to keep people locked up for cheap labor, something voters didn't forget, and later tried to act like a justice hero. But her past keeps showing up like old photos she wishes would disappear. Her campaign didn't just fall apart. It fell apart faster than a paper straw in soda. The real problem wasn't only her record. It was her failure to connect with people. She talks to crowds like she's talking to interns forced to clap on cue. There's no real warmth, just robotic words that still come out mixed up. It got so bad that even her own team had to Google what she stood for. Imagine that. Your own staff not knowing your message. That's not leading. That's pure confusion.
They surrounded, and then they formed a circle. And then they got together. Go the way.
And somehow, all of that still got her the vice presidency. Not because she earned it or because people asked for it, but because the party wanted a historic pick. And yes, it was historic, just not in the way they hoped. Instead of being a strong leader, Kamala became the perfect example of how fake symbolism can backfire. On the world stage, where the VP should represent America with pride, she's turned it into a bad comedy show. Every time she's abroad, it looks like an SNL skit gone wrong. Standing beside serious leaders, she smiles, nods, then says something that sounds like she didn't even read the notes. You can almost hear others thinking, is this really America's best? Her don't come message about migration sounded like bad customer service, not leadership. Her relatable moments, like that awkward cooking video, looked faker than a wax doll. Every moment is pure cringe. She has all the charm of a talking robot that forgot how to blink.
Powerful at the convention when you said you have guns. No, at the debate.
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I know that.
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes. I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not.
But
That will deal with that later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about the first time I've ever seen Oprah Winfrey stutter.
Yeah.
She was like, what she wanted to say, remember that stupid you said at the, was it the debate or was it the DNC that they drew me out and Stedman's pissed, he was double parked, waiting for this. Like, she literally said nothing. She's like, if Oprah can't save you, nobody can save.
Her approval ratings tell the story, and it's not a happy one. They're not low because people are unfair. They're low because no one believes her. Her poll numbers live in the basement, and when people are asked what they think of her, most just shrug. That's the real danger, not hate, but no emotion at all. That's political death. Her speeches are now their own comedy genre, full of big smiles and zero meaning. She talks in circles like she's casting a spell, and when she's done, no one remembers what the question was. This is someone who couldn't survive the 2020 race, can't get 40% approval, and struggles to finish a sentence that makes sense. Yet she's somehow still next in line. That's not success. That's pure desperation. Kamala Harris has become the political version of a participation trophy. She didn't win, she just showed up. She didn't lead, she just laughed. Her rise isn't about skill, it's about image, checkboxes, and hype over real work.
You know what happened, Greg? The teleprompter went up and they cheered too long.
Yeah.
And she panicked because it's all she could remember. She couldn't remember the connection word, so she panicked. This ain't close, I'm telling you.
In a strange way, Kamala Harris has become the perfect picture of modern politics, not because she's great, but because she shows exactly what's wrong with the system. She's not special. She's the model for this new world where image matters more than ability. Everything about her screams presentation over performance. And sadly, that's what politics has turned into. Her image doesn't say leader of the free world. It says confused camp counselor trying to kill time. Kamala wanted to make history, and she did, but not how she dreamed. Instead of being remembered as a hero, she'll be remembered as the punchline, the lesson of what happens when style replaces substance. She wanted to be the moment, but she became the meme. History won't call her great. It'll use her as a warning sign, flashing bright, showing what happens when you choose fake smiles over real leadership.